Uh, how are you, Rich?
I'm fine, DP. That's awesome. 1972, it was a passing league, right? They're concerned about too many yards. 72, and it's amazing now, Dan. It is a passing league. There's no question about it. And yet, we are seeing one of the greatest running performances to start a season, maybe ever. If DeMarco Murray can run for 100 yards against the Giants, which is entirely feasible after seeing LaShawn McCoy have his best game to date on Sunday Night Football, Football Night in America, as it's known.
Thank you.
Um, it's remarkable how we are talking about the Cowboys' resurgence because of the running game in this so-called passing league.
But doesn't it make sense that you would eventually have somebody who would be counterintuitive here and do something? Because these defenses are all geared to stop the pass, and you have Marshawn Lynch who runs the football, which, that's how their success, and a lot of their success is based on their ability to run the ball, control the clock, keep their defense off the field. These teams are trying to emulate Seattle. It's hard to do it, but I think you're seeing that Dallas has a little bit more of a watered-down version of the Seattle Seahawks here.
Well, you're also going to see tonight the Patriots getting back. They've just begun to do this with Tim Wright now for 2 weeks. The two tight end set that they caused so much damage with Gronk and Aaron Hernandez back in the day, if you will, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. The matchup issues that are being created by these two tight ends, you come out there and you either run it or pass it based on what Tom Brady sees. And so you're seeing that tonight. So the Patriots, you just never know, and obviously fantasy football owners of Patriot running backs know as well. It's like having a Tampa Bay Devil Ray in baseball fantasy. You just can't figure out who's going to be used. But the way the Jets come out tonight, you might see either a ton of Shane Vereen and Brandon Bolden, or you might see Tom Brady wing it around. It also depends on how the weather is. It's supposed to rain cats and dogs here tonight. But that said, Dan, I do not have an umbrella. As you know, you and I go way back on this issue. I'll be braving elements here tonight. Tonight.
Okay, Dan. There won't be an overhang.
There may be an overhang, yes. But if I do step out from the stage for any on-camera work, as they say in our business, I'll just go. I'm going to go with the elements.
Are you going to go slicker?
It is what it is, as they say.
You're going to go slicker.
I've got. It's not a slicker. It's a little bit more of an upgrade from that. Because I do, as you know, I'm a little fashion conscious. And by the way, I am hearing the shots.
What?
I am hearing the shots from the Danettes complaining about wardrobe allowances.
Yes.
Breakfast.
Yes.
Free breakfast.
Yes.
Makeup.
Yes.
I'm hearing that.
Yes.
I understand this is infused. This is infused language, Dan. Unless I'm being paranoid. You tell me.
No, it's all true. They did complain because you and your show get makeup.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys get catered food.
No, that's false.
You get wardrobe.
That is a vicious rumor.
You get wardrobe.
I do not know how that made it across all the time zones in that manner.
Do you get wardrobe? Okay, that's a yes.
There is some wardrobe assistance.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So let's remove one item there with the catered food, but you have security, you have bodyguards there. My guys are just saying, we created this, we built this empire, and now you're on the job for what, 10 days? And yes. I mean, come on.
Well, I mean, and I find it interesting. The one thing that you caved in on with the Danettes is the one thing we actually don't get on our show, which is the free breakfast. That's not true. We're not getting catering.
I don't know. I saw bagel platter. There was a food plate there, so I don't know.
I need to look into this. I don't believe there is. Somebody might have brought a bagel in from the cafeteria across the street.
Okay.
Possible. But I just don't want. I just want to nip this in the bud, Dan. You know what I mean? Because we're a team here. This is a seamless block of programming, at least in my mind. Taking it from the Dan Patrick Show and doing our best to retain the audience for the audience channel is something I'm going to take very seriously.
Okay.
Part of my job is to make sure that the empire, clearly, that you have created doesn't slip. You've raised the bar so high
I have a line for you tonight.
Okay.
If it's raining.
Uh-huh.
It is raining cats and dogs, and I just stepped in a poodle. What do you think? It's going to kill.
Susie and I are animal rights activists. I don't know if that's an image I want to put out there, Ken. You know what I mean?
Nobody thinks you got your boot on a poodle's neck.
Somebody might actually think I'm stepping on an actual poodle. No animals are harmed in the making of Thursday Night Football, Dan. You know that.
Okay. All right. How about when you're doing your walking stand-up tonight on the NFL Network, as you get ready to hand the baton to James Brown, you go, JB, raining cats and dogs, and I think I just stepped in a poodle.
Do I have to say it like that?
Yes.
Well, like I'm ramping up a song on 101.5?
Oh, yeah. Raining cats and dogs, and I just stepped in a poodle. Here's Cat Scrat Fever, Ted Nugent, 96 Rock.
I just pulled up to Gillette, Dan. I'm staring at it right now.
It's
Gillette
pretty.
Stadium. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is. It's unbelievable what they've built here. Actually, they built a mall and a movie theater. It's not like New England used to be here. It's unbelievable.
Which owner gets more FaceTime? If I said Daniel Snyder, Jerry Jones, when they're in their suite, or I went Robert Kraft.
Oh, interesting. I think it's Jerry Jones, but Bob Kraft.
I'm going Bob Kraft.
He's become a close second. I mean, they're neck and neck in that regard, for sure. But definitely Bob Kraft. Certainly on a CBS game.
Yes,
on America's Most Watched Network.
They love Bob Kraft on CBS.
Well, I mean, this is the premier franchise of the AFC. It is, and I understand that Denver apparently just won a poll topping Dallas as the so-called America's team.
I don't know what that means.
Neither do I.
And I don't believe
to.
Denver. People don't dislike Denver. People will tune in to watch Dallas lose.
That's true. So that is the love-hate thing that makes
more
Dallas
popular.
number one in that regard. Yes, I agree with that. But Denver also has a huge following in states like Montana, Kansas, the Dakotas, Wyoming. I'm serious. There's a large, huge section of the United States, just real estate-wise at the very least, that likes Denver. But all that said, here at New England, what this team has done over the past 20 years is the stuff of legend here in the NFL. And Mr. Kraft has become number one, I think, in all owners in terms of power broker, for the lack of a better phrase. So he is up there when you get cutaways. Jerry Jones, though, is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. As you said, people just love to lionize him or chop him down.
Yeah.
That's why it's always great when Dallas is good. It's good for business. Let's put it that way.
All right, well, have fun tonight, and remember the line: raining cats and dogs.
It's raining cats and dogs, and hold on. I should say it's raining cats and dogs, and I just stepped in a poodle.
Yeah,
just like that.
There you go.
I say it just like that.
Yes.
And that's coming up on the Mazda postgame show. Also, Dave tonight has Robert Duvall.
And then drop the mic.
Girls.
And then drop the mic.
Oh.
Go Eminem.
Even if it's a lav?
Oh.
Mike, they just rip it off and drop it?
No.
It's better if it's a handheld.
Yeah, handheld would look better. Then you just drop it and you walk.
All right. This now involves multiple parts of the production staff.
All right. Have fun tonight. We'll be watching.
Thank you. I'll be on at noon Eastern. Jim Nance, Willie McGinnis, and my guys with a fully sated breakfast to help them through the 3-hour program.
And rightfully so.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Rich. That's Rich Eisen, host of NFL Game Day Morning. He'll be hosting tonight from Foxborough. And he is the host of The Rich Eisen Show on DirecTV's Audience Network.